shot at 3334 in Evergreen. 422, you guys are okay over there?
What you are seeing is video that one mid-state police agency kept under wraps for more than a year.
Hey, you don't have any knives on you, do you? No knives? No guns?
No. It shows how an Indian-American businessman from New York lost $160,000 during a nighttime traffic stop along I-40 in Dixon County.
Holy crap.
Money that authorities would eventually be forced to return more than a year later.
Of all the police video that our investigation uncovered over the past 4 years, none is as compelling as the one you're about to see.
It shows interdiction agents offering two men their freedom for their cash.
So is it good police work or policing for profit? Phil Williams investigates.
Here in rural Hickman County on a darkened stretch of westbound Interstate 40, two California truckers will soon be given a tough choice.
You're going to have to trust me or you're going to have to go out on a limb and see what happens once we find it.
Potentially face a criminal prosecution or hand over the cash that the interdiction officer suspects is hidden somewhere in their tractor trailer. Before the night is up,
Hey guys, it's in the back of the reefer, you just got to get to it.
agents will recover piles of suspected drug money, almost $500,000, money that their agency, the 21st Judicial District Drug Task Force, will get to keep.
I will do everything I can to take that money out of the hands of those drug dealers and the cartel.
But DA Kim Helper says the two truckers who she believes were drug couriers got to walk without even being asked to name their accomplices because she believes they had not really committed a crime that she could prosecute.
The transportation of illegal drug proceeds through the state of Tennessee, from my reading of the statute, is not a crime.
You say you're not traveling with anything illegal in your truck, right? No drugs, all right, and you're not traveling with any large amounts of U.S. currency?
No, sir.
The incident begins as a routine traffic stop, except in this case, agents are specifically looking for drug money heading back to Mexico.
You wouldn't have a problem if I search your truck or your trailer for any items mentioned?
As the time passes, suspicions are aroused by discrepancies in the trucker's stories, but officers are not finding anything up in the refrigerated trailer known as a reefer, so the agent begins threatening the truckers with criminal prosecution.
Money laundering is what it's called, and it's a federal offense. The good thing for you is, when we seize money, we don't deal with the feds. We seize it ourselves. And if it ain't your money, and you say, Agent Owens, it ain't my money, I don't know how it got there.
He's telling the guy, if you tell me it's not your money, we're fine.
Right.
He's essentially offering him his defense, isn't he?
I don't think he is, because I think he recognizes at this point that the transport of money just through the state is not a crime under our money laundering statute.
Does it not make sense that I'm trying to help you? Because you honestly can't think for a second that we ain't gonna stay here until we find it.
He sure is making this guy think he has committed a crime.
Well, and again, as I've indicated to you, law enforcement agents use various means of questioning to get as much information as they can.
But if I have not committed a crime, is it proper for a police officer to make me think that I have?
I believe that officers can use a variety of techniques.
If you don't, then what I have to do is I have to report it to the feds, all right? The feds are in charge of what? They're in charge of citizenship, immigration, all of that stuff, all right? And then they're going to come knocking on your door and they're going to talk to you about it.
It sounds like he's saying, give me your money or I'm going to call the feds.
It may sound like that. I don't think that that is ultimately the intent.
Here's the thing, all right? Don't talk to him, just listen. Just listen, okay? Do you want to go home?
I sure do.
Still, the officer assures the driver that if they cough up the cash, they will not be asked to rat out their accomplices.
Hey, I'm not asking you if you have knowledge about it, and I won't ask you if you have knowledge about it. You understand me? All I'm asking you is where's the money?
Throughout this incident, the officers tell him, you do not have to tell us where you got this money.
I don't even care where you got it. All right, I want the product. That's what I'm after.
Is that police work?
Police work to the extent that these officers from my perspective, are trying to work with these guys who are merely the couriers.
But at no point does any officer ever ask, what's the name of the big fish in this case?
Right. And I agree with you. Should they have asked it? Maybe. But I don't want to discount the fact that sometimes perhaps that final piece of information, while it appears to be missing here, ultimately may come to fruition in another manner.
Finally, an hour into the traffic stop,
We'll come back, you sign these forms saying you don't know anything about it, you're just claiming it, it's not yours, and it's done.
It's in the back of the reefer. I don't know how it got there. It's not mine.
We're good?
the driver comes clean. A short time later, the task force will be $500,000 richer. Still, the DA admits she isn't completely happy with the outcome.
I would love to see our legislature make a change so that we can make those arrests on the side of the roads of these guys.
As a result of that investigation, Tennessee lawmakers did pass legislation in 2012 to clarify that drug couriers can be charged with money laundering under state law.
When we come back,
this is a taking without due process.
The policing for profit investigation that went viral.
She was originally not